So I'm going to keep the video a little bit short just because it's been a long fucking day. So I'm pretty tired actually. So couple things. I'm going to start doing probably 3 times a week. Wednesday will definitely be one of those days. Probably will pick also Sunday or Monday, and we'll see about the third day. I haven't fully decided on that. Probably sometime later in the week will be the best times. So stay tuned on that. Eventually I'll post that on the channel, and we'll go on from there. So essentially I want to just hit on a few points today, very briefly. First of all, on the Kavanaugh thing that's been going on, really bluntly, I think more accusers have come out, and at this point, it's pretty clear Democrats need to be pushing all forward and not only disallowing this nomination, but making open threats that this guy needs to be impeached from his current position. I would also like to see Democrats down the line, they take power, advocate court packing, and doing a number of other things to overturn what Republicans have done, because the bottom line is Democrats like to play, I want to use a softball hardball deal, but Democrats like to bring their bare hands to a knife fight, or they like to bring a knife to a gunfight, whereas Republicans will bring a fucking tank to a gunfight and will not stop. And that's what you see in what they're doing right now in defending this guy and defending Roy Moore and defending multiple other very clear sexual abusers. They're probably going to have their leader in Congress, Jim Jordan, after the next election, be this guy, Jim Jordan, who himself has been implicated in covering up sexual abuse. So, really, I don't hold much hope at that happening right now, but so far they've been doing all right. Let's see what they keep doing. Highly skeptical of Democrats, so I don't know. But this guy's got to go. It's as simple as that. Yeah, even before those sexual assault charges had been made, he was a genuinely bad decision as a jurist, and people like him, just plain and simple, got to be stopped. Beyond that, that's all I'll say on that. I'm also going to just mention something I was thinking about today and talking to some people, one of my friends about. We're talking about Andrew Gillum, who's a progressive who won in an upset the governor's nomination, Democratic nomination in Florida, and now he's coming out very hawkish on foreign policy, basically saying Trump's sanctions on the president of Venezuela's wife were good but not good enough, and he should go forth more further. Sorry. This is not good. This is not a way to win, and I think this is actually a weakness. Now, obviously, Gillum in himself, his background as a progressive is somewhat checkered, but the bottom line is he is pretty good by Democratic standards by supporting Medicare for all, by supporting abolishing ICE, and a number of other positions. But something I've often seen with liberals, progressives, and even some on the left, they talk a good game on foreign policy. I switched it. Talk a good game on domestic policy, but when it comes to foreign policy, it's just not there. Either the knowledge is not there, they don't have the confidence like we saw earlier a few months back with Ocasio-Cortez, or they just they waffle on it, or they just outright advocate horrible neoconish, hawkish policies, as in the case of Gillum in this time. And look, I'm not saying that means I hope he loses or something. The bottom line is the guy's running against a Klansman or Ron DeSantis in Florida. This guy is actually an overt racist. He's also a tool of big business and particularly large donors. I mean, not business as a whole, but large donors. The guy is a snake of the highest order. So I hope Gillum beats him and beats him badly. But this is a lesson, though, that even after these guys win, and that includes Ocasio-Cortez or anybody else, no politician at all should be held to a point of being immune from criticism. And I think just this is something that the right, the center have gotten sucked into, a lot of this personality cultishness. And the left, we cannot do that. Find someone can't happen. We got to be willing to criticize even our own when we don't agree. And I would say that even about myself. If I were ever a politician, I'd say, please criticize. Because when these guys win, they're going to have a lot of forces going against them in the current system. That's going to pull them and try and turn them to do really bad things. And they need to know that, people are watching them. And if they do the right thing, people will have their back. And if they do the wrong thing, people will oppose them and find someone else to replace them. So hopefully this is just a blip and Gillum figures it out. But the bottom line is, even at this point, it's going to be tough for him. But I still hope he wins and does well. But just Democrats, the left as a whole, from the most leftist to even your centrist corporatist Democrat, we got to stop with this foreign policy bullshit of being hawkish about everything. And my sense on people like Gillum, people even like Ocasio-Cortez being a little bit uncertain on things like Israel-Palestine. I wonder in part if that has to do with the general mindset, the political thought that you can't be a dove. You can't be advocating stopping a lot of these wars without losing. And I don't know if it's a demographic thing in places like Florida and New York, New Jersey, places like that. But for some reason, there's a thought that in places like that, you got to be vehemently right-wing on foreign policy. And I don't think that's true. First of all, most people don't vote on foreign policy. And to the extent that they do, it's usually not some sort of specific attack against a certain country because of ideology. It's either for right-wingers, their irrational fear of Islamic terrorism, and from the left standpoint, a lot of people will vote because they just want to stop the war and stop the wars. And you even have a case of some people just don't want to send their kids to stupid fucking wars all the time. So I think we really need to figure this out. The bottom line is domestic policy in that regard is a lot easier. It's a lot more clear cut. Medicare for all, abolish ICE, 15 livable minimum wage, over even certain things like more radical things like overturning the system as a whole. These are all clear-cut arguments. But for some reason, when it comes to foreign policy, people in the past have gotten very queasy, and very, very middle ground. And that's because there is a general consensus that, there's a way we're doing it. The U.S. foreign policy is going the right way. And, we care about human rights. And unfortunately, we never have. Trump has made that abundantly clear and gone to an unprecedented level, but at the same time, we never have. I mean, you can't tell me about human rights, criticizing human rights in certain countries like Venezuela, and you turn a blind eye to what the hell's happening in Brazil. So, this is just something that really has irked me, and I hope a lot more leftists who are running for office are keenly aware of this. So lastly, I just wanted to mention, as I'm uploading this video, keep an eye on my Twitter at BenTabs. I will be posting just some clips, some podcasts, last actually week I've cut a lot of stuff that's been really, really good, better than even usual. And they've really hit actually me at a personal level. These are things I've been thinking about. So I'm always going to be posting a lot of things like that. I'm going to be looking at that sort of thing because, I don't have all the answers. And, I take my inspiration when I do these videos. I take them from conversations I have with friends, with colleagues, with family, but I also take them from what I'm listening to other people talk, and I think about it, and I may think of what one person says versus another. So to supplement my own videos, I'm just going to be posting a lot of this stuff because there's a lot of people who've been doing this a lot longer than me and a lot better than me. So definitely keep an eye out, and I'll be often recommending these, and also I'll do this with books and movies and the like too. So to get a better idea, because I'm going to just be touching the surface. These videos are often 10-15 minutes. You can only go so far in that sort of thing. So that's about all I got today. Hopefully next time I do, I'll be a little more energetic and it won't be such a draining day. But all the best to everybody, and solidarity.